y'all, welcome to High Priestess Glow Tarot. Okay, Sagittarius, this reading is going to be for the shadow work that you need to do on yourself, okay? But before we get into this video, please go ahead and like the video, show your girl some love, and also subscribe to the channel if you are new so we can have more beautiful readings together in the future. Let's get it, let's go. Okay, Sagittarius, what is the shadow work for Sagittarius? What is the shadow work for Sagittarius, Spirit? Okay, so right off the bat, we actually have 5 cards coming out here. Sagittarius, let's see here. What do you need to work on? Let's see. Okay. Ooh. Let's do it this way because you can't really see it all. Okay. Let's do it this way. And we'll read it from top to bottom, and then the last one, okay? All right, Sag. Let's see here, okay? So, defensiveness. Hear other people's perspectives and feelings. Shift your focus to them. It's not always about you. Okay, Sagittarius, so maybe you are dealing with some sort of defensiveness, okay? As far as like arguments, you know, opposing views, whatever it is, you probably always feel like every time that somebody is saying something different from you, it's like a versus. It's like they're going against you, going against what you're saying and how you feel like you're almost wrong. You know what I'm saying? And Spirit is saying, like, listen to other people too, okay? You might have your point of view in the way that you see things and the way that you do things, but other people have opinions in the way that they see things and they do things too. You guys can agree to disagree, or you guys can both express how you feel and just leave it there, okay? So Spirit is saying for you to shift your focus because you need to listen more than you are talking, okay? Maybe you're listening to respond, Sagittarius, instead of like listening to understand, okay? So Spirit is saying that you need to shift your focus onto them. It's not always about you. Somebody saying something different from you is not an attack on you and your character and your views, okay, Sagittarius? So stop being so defensive. Stop feeling like somebody is always versus against you anytime they feel some way, you know what I mean, or feel different, opposing views. People has other perspectives and their feelings. You might even feel some type of way towards somebody for feeling how they feel. Like, you know, if somebody has an attitude or is mad at you for saying or doing something, you can't be mad at them for being mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Take the time to understand for why they feel that way, and maybe it can bring you guys closer, because it's not always about how you feel and making sure you're understood and you're heard, because other people want to make sure that they're understood and they're heard too, okay? So don't only feel like you get satisfaction after making sure people feel you and hear you and you got your point across and you finish what you got to say, but you don't let others do the same, okay? So like I said, somebody having an opposing view to you is not an attack on you and your character, okay, Sagittarius? Let's go down here. Prejudice. What if you were categorized into a group and given attributes that were false without truly knowing who you are? Interesting. So Sagittarius, I feel like this is basically saying that you tend to make past judgments on people without actually really truly knowing who they are. You tend to put people in boxes, tend to make, you know, your own conclusions about people without even really fully getting to know them. You know what I'm saying? And Spirit is saying, well, what if you were categorized into a group? And what if you were giving attributes that were false and truly knowing you without truly, what if you were giving false attributes without people knowing who you truly were, okay? People judging you by your cover, how you look, or whatever, you know, just off of face value without actually knowing your heart. You know, how would you feel if people just made assumptions about you and just wrote you off because maybe you had a bad day one time, you know what I mean? Or maybe you just didn't look your best one day, or maybe, you know, something went wrong and now people are just passing judgments on you. Spirit is saying, Sagittarius, you probably tend to do that. You probably tend to really judge people, probably are judgmental, you know, you probably tend to like categorize who you befriend even based off of just face value, off of just your, you know, maybe some shallow ideas or shallow thoughts, maybe even, okay? This is not to be mean, Sagittarius, but this is shadow work that you need to look into yourself. Like, are you largely judgmental? Are you shallow? Are you someone who, you know what I'm saying, only hangs with people or deals with people based off of how they look or how much money they have or what they're able to provide for you? Okay, so how would you feel if people put you in a box and just wrote you off as like this horrible person or like this stink at, you know what I'm saying, like whatever it is, Sagittarius, whatever negativity that you might have been exuding that day or whatever assumptions they have about you, and they just already just labeled you, you know what I mean? So Spirit is saying, like, stop labeling people and stop, you know, judging people by their book covers. Instead, try to get to know people, you know what I mean? Okay, we have codependency. This is a relationship addiction. You are relying too heavily on the other person for your sense of self-worth. Give yourself more love. Okay, Sagittarius. So look, maybe the defensiveness comes from a place of like maybe feeling like you need other people around. You know what I'm saying? All right. You might have an independent vibe, an independent attitude, but in reality, you probably wish that you had somebody that you can really be up under all the time. You know what I mean? Some of you guys do have addiction to possibly somebody that you're with, that you're in a relationship with. You know, maybe, you know, your identity is like really heavily relied on how they see you, how they view you. When you guys are off, you don't know how to do, how to live, how to move. When you guys are on, you feel like you have the world in your hands, you know? So Sagittarius, they're saying here, release yourself from the codependency. Give yourself more self-love, okay? Find your own self-worth, okay? Because you're relying on somebody else to determine whether you're worthy or not, whether you're somebody important or not in their life. And that's not good. That's not enough. It's never enough, okay? So release yourself from the codependency of feeling like, you know, you have to have other people around, or you have to have that one person that you just want to be up under all the time, or you just always want to be in a relationship because you feel like you want to be able to provide for somebody, be there for somebody, you know, and feel worthy to be in somebody's life, or that somebody needs you. You know, Sagittarius, no, put that love back into you. Okay, you are the one who needs that love. Okay, uncompromising. Think about being fair and working in harmony with another person. Okay, so Sagittarius, maybe you're just not somebody who budgets, okay? It also goes with defensiveness a little bit, okay? Where like you don't want to budge, you don't want to lose, you don't want to take the L. There's definitely happy mediums that you guys can reach. Okay, you guys can reach happy mediums with other people as long as you're being fair and you're working together. At least you guys are working together so that everybody could be happy in a situation. It doesn't always have to be somebody's taking an L and then the other person got to take the W, and then vice versa. You know what I mean? You don't have to look at it like, you know, that you're losing. You know what I mean? Just because you're not getting everything that you want. You can work with other people to be fair, you know, where both of you guys are taking an equal amount of wins and losses, where you both are coming to a happy medium where everybody's happy in the situation. Okay, so Sagittarius, you could be uncompromising. Okay, you could be somebody who doesn't budge, who always tries to get their way, who feels like they're in power, who wants to, you know, win the argument, you know what I mean, that wants to be the person with the last word. Whatever it is, Sagittarius, you being a little petty. Okay, you may not realize it, but you are really hard to work with, you know, with this being uncompromising, because relationships are all about compromise. Not everybody is always going to be the one to get their way, and there's moments where maybe you might have to take an L and the other person takes a W, and then there's also moments where you both can work together, where both of you guys win. It's all about picking your battles. Okay, Sagittarius, we have egocentric. Not everyone shares the same perspective as you. Listen to others. You may just learn something new. Okay, that goes with uncompromising and defensiveness as well. Okay, Sagittarius. So a lot of this is saying here that, you know, stop being so worried about you, and open up to others as well. Open up to listening and learning something new. Okay, because your way is not the only way, and it's not your way or the highway. It's not Burger King. You can't always have it your way. All of that, Sagittarius. Okay, so it's something in your ego. Okay, it's something in your ego where you feel like some sort of power in feeling like, you know, you have the main word, okay, or you're the most respected, or you're the person that gets the last word, whatever it is, or that your perspective, that you're smarter than everybody, whatever it is, Sagittarius. Spirit is saying like, not everybody shares the same perspective. If you listen to others, you may just learn something, okay? You may just learn something, Sagittarius. So close that mouth and open up those ears, okay? I think I even said that too in your in your personal growth reading. Okay, so Sagittarius, that's a big message for you. Okay, don't be driven by ego. Don't allow yourself to be guided by your ego, because ego is one of the 7 deadly sins. Okay, you cannot be egotistical, you cannot be egocentric, you cannot be led by your ego. Okay, because it's only going to take you to the worst places. Okay, you're not going to have any genuine relationships around you. It's just going to be people that are going to be around you because they feel like they can't tell you nothing because you don't ever listen. You know, they can't even keep it real, keep it honest with you, because you're going to get defensive. Whatever it is, Sagittarius, Spirit is saying, like, allow yourself to be vulnerable, allow yourself to listen to others, allow yourself to take advice too. Okay, you don't have all the answers, sway. Okay, Sagittarius, yes, this is the shadow work that you need to do on yourself. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just keeping it real and honest with you. Okay, yeah, and I hope this resonated and it really helped you and gave you some insight to the work that you need to do on yourself. Okay, if you do like this video, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Also, comment down below what parts resonated. Let's give some encouragements to the other Sagittarians in the comments that need to hear it. Okay, and also subscribe to the channel if you are new, so we can have more beautiful readings together in the future. And I hope to see you in another video soon. Peace.